I'm not a great fan of the European Union as an institution, right? And for several very simple reasons, right? I think that any kind of, any kind of institution that, guards its borders by having thousands of people drown in the Mediterranean is not something I'm willing to lend support to, right? So I think just based on that, I have deep reservations as to the legitimacy of this union. In terms of Brexit, and all that, I think. Because when the British campaigned for Brexit, right, if I had been able to vote during the vote, I wouldn't have voted for Brexit, because I think, as you say, the exit from the European Union was just a way to serve even more extreme views, even more extreme neoliberal views than the European Union already allowed, right? Because actually, if you look at what Britain has done, is that they've started a rapprochement with the United States. They're even more subordinate to American foreign policy than they used to be. They certainly haven't gained any kind of economic or political freedom that they didn't have before. So I think so I think at the time I would have voted against Brexit, because I could see that the Conservatives would make of what the Conservatives would make of this exit from the European Union, and that it would really just be a way to even to further already extreme neoliberal policies in the UK. Having said all that, I don't, I think that if there was a referendum in France, and I don't think there will be, because the problem is that the European Union rarely wins referenda. This is the other thing that people kept forgetting about Brexit, right? Is that it's not a specifically British thing. Whenever a European treaty has had to be ratified by popular mandate by referendum, it's always failed. France rejected the European Constitution in 2005. I think there was a referendum in Ireland as well that failed. So it's not. So I think broadly European populations tend not to be very favourable to the European Union for very simple reasons, right? That's, a lot of them have seen the period of further European integration coincide with a decline in their living standards, and these two things are to some degree related, right? But I don't know that I certainly wouldn't vote for a kind of back to de Gaulle Frexit, right? I have no interest, right, in reimagining or daydreaming about France regaining its lost empire and its lost, glories, basically, because I think these things were just, there was nothing good about these things, right? So I don't know. This is another one of those questions where I don't have a satisfying answer, right? So, I don't believe that the European Union is a hopeful project. I don't think that it leads us anywhere interesting.